Assalamu alaikum, our dear students, and welcome to the third lesson of this series for our school, Qatar Technical School. This is an English lesson for grade 10 based on Technical English Book 1. And this is Enrichment 3, the third lesson in preparation for the midterm exam. Okay, let's start. The first exercise here, we need to underline the correct word. Number 1, the internal or external battery is inside the radio. Internal means in Arabic داخلي. External means خارجي. So because of the word inside here, we choose internal. Number 2, the antenna receives or charges radio signals. إشارات الراديو. Yes, it receives. يستقبل. The dynamo generator uses or produces electricity. Uses يستخدم, produces ينتج. So the correct answer is produces ينتج كهرباء. Now, number 18. Underline the correct word in brackets. The front of the aeroplane is called the front means المقدمة. So the front of anything is usually the nose. And number 2, please stand on the of the boat. Where people stand on a boat, they stand on the truck or deck. The correct answer is deck. Number 3, the speed of the engine is 5,000 exactly RPM, revolutions per minute. revolutions per minute RPM عدد لفات الموتور السرعة المحرك. Please cut that wood. Use the spanner or chisel. We cut wood. We can cut wood using a chisel. Now, exercise number 19. Choose the correct option. Number 1, the flat part of a knife, tool, or machine, which has a sharp edge or edges for cutting. It is a saw, blade, can opener, or pair of scissors. Yes, correct. It's blade, shafra. Number 2, a space is a straight, narrow piece of wood, plastic, or metal marked in centimeters or inches, used for measuring or for drawing straight lines. We have 4 options: ruler, shaft, cover, or hammer, and the correct answer is ruler. Number 20, add a word in one of the spaces. Add a word in one of the spaces. We have 3 words: do, are, and is. Number 1, what, her name. The correct answer should be is. Number 2, what do you do? Means what is your job. Number 3, what color you want. What color do you want? And number 4, what those called in English. What are those called in English? And number 5, how spell your name. How do you spell your name? Number 21, complete the short answers. Write one word in each space. Number 1, do you have a chisel? Yes, I do. When we ask with do, the answer is with do or don't. Number 2, does a thermometer measure temperature? Yes, it does. And here, when we ask the question, when we start the question with does, the answer is, when the answer we have does or doesn't. Number 3, do these tools have blades? No, they don't. Number 4, does that radio use batteries? No, it. Of course, the answer is not don't, it's doesn't, because in the beginning of the question we have does. Number 22, insert the correct question word, أداة استفهام. What, what's, how, or where. Number 1, your phone number. The question word should be what's your phone number. Number 2, size do you want? Exactly, what size do you want? ما هو المقاس? Number 3, many nails do you need? Usually we use, or always we use how many nails? Number 4, space is Jamal from? The question word is where? Where is Jamal from? Number 5, are these called? The answer is what? What are these called? Okay, number 23, write the answers to the puzzles. Alghaz. Use each item once. We have the word hammer, pair of pliers, pair of scissors, saw, screwdriver, and spanner. And here we have a description of the tool and what is it used for. وصف للأداة واستخدامها. Like here, number 1. It has a handle, a shaft, and a head. This is the description. وصف الأداة. It turns screws. دي وظيفتها واستخدامها. So the answer, it is a screwdriver. Let's do number 2 together. It has a shaft and a head. It drives in nails. It is a, usually what do we use for nails? We use the hammer. Very good. Also number 3, it has 2 handles and 2 blades. It cuts paper. It is a pair of scissors. Very good. مقص. Number 4, it has a shaft and jaws, but no blades. It tightens nuts. It is a spanner. For the nuts, we use the spanner. It has 2 handles, jaws, فكين, and blades, شفرتين. It cuts wire. It is a very good pair of pliers. And number 6, it has a handle and blade. It cuts wood. It is a saw. Very good. Okay, we have done this before in one of the videos, and it's in the workbook. So here we correct the sentence. Okay, for example, we have here bolts, nails, nuts, screws, screwdriver, spanner, staple, washers. And here we have pictures. Let's look at number 1 and 2. That isn't a hammer. That's a screwdriver. So we put in the negative a wrong piece of information and we give the correct piece of information. بنحط المعلومة الخطأ في النفي بعد كده نعطي المعلومة الصحيحة. Number 2, those aren't screws, those are nails. Number 3, this isn't a chisel, this, very good, is a spanner. Number 4, what should we start with? These, because the second sentence starts with these. So we say, these aren't washers, these are nuts. Number 5, we start with this because the second sentence starts with this. This isn't a nail, this is a staple. Number 6, these are nuts, these are bolts. Number 7, that isn't a staple, that's a screw. And number 8, those aren't nuts, those are washers. Okay, we used this, these, that, and those because the second sentences start, the second half of the sentence starts with the same word. This, number 5. These, number 6. That, number 7. And those, and number 8. Okay, now let's move to the writing part. Write a paragraph on one of the following topics. Remember to use sequencing words. It's very important to use these words. First, second, then, after that, next, finally, in the end. We have 2 topics, موضوعين. How to change the car tire and how to assemble the skateboard. Now let's take one of these writing topics as an example, which is changing the car tire. So let's look at the vocabulary. Raise, يرفع. lower ينزل put on يضع take off يشيل loosen يفك tighten يربط. Now let's look at this. We have done this also before in one of the videos, so let's revise it very quickly. Okay, number one, the answer is raise the car with the jack, loosen all the nuts with the box spanner, take off all the nuts, take the wheel off the axle, put the spare wheel on the axle, put on all the nuts, tighten all the nuts with the box spanner, and finally lower the car. So these are the steps you're going to use for writing if you're going to write about this topic. But please take care. Don't write like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Write them as a paragraph and use first, then next, after that, next, then after that, and before the last sentence you use finally. Okay? So that's the end of our series of enrichment videos. I wish you good luck. Please study hard, and if you have any questions, you can send them on Teams. Good luck.